This is 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Raiders had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right on the first snap.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, now Carr rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Carr.
Back to Renfro again, complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, touchdown! Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their own 26.
They run here with a 2nd-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They go play action now. Wilson steps away.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. They're definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Jeudy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have moved out in front.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough one for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DJ Jones drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. I think
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 14, Raiders 7.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Wilson on 1st down.
This will be caught. Judy.
Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Broncos 21, Raiders 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Josey Jewell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score, Broncos 28, Raiders 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing his car on third down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down, Broncos.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
6:37. Hey, 7:34.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Keelan Cole, 65 yards. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Raiders 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On 1st down, Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Second and 5 now. Carr, the throw taken in by Cole. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And the Broncos first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
Open man. He completes it to Judy.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Broncos.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score Broncos 42, Raiders 21. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Room for Jacobs there on 1st down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams.
to about the 40-yard line. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They go back to the ground with Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They go play action now. Wilson.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Jacobs again. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Carr will look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Raiders 27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon. At this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. Wilson wants to throw it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Draymond Jones collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.